Yay! It's Friday! We made it! Welcome to TylerGTV, where I talk about religious matters, bringing you a little piece of heaven, caliente style. What do you say we jump right in? How's that sound? Tonight I'm going to first take a look at some of the comments that were made by the Church Communication Network, or what they like to be known as CCN. Which, of course, CCN sounds nothing like any other broadcasting company I've ever heard of. Now, they are broadcasting an entirely online show they're calling A New Earth, A New Deception, which takes a deep look into the religion being espoused by Oprah. Isn't Oprah wonderful? She's the bomb. No, she's actually the big one. I meant that as a compliment. Now, this religion being promoted by Oprah is actually based on the ideas of Eckhart Tolle or Tolle or something, whose primary work is called A New Earth. I get it! That's why they call it A New Earth, A New Deception. See, it's a play on words. You get it? Now, CCN's claim is that Oprah's religion and Eckhart Tolle's teaching actually contradict the Bible in many areas, including suffering, divinity, and Jesus. Let's take a look-see, shall we? See if what CCN is saying is true.
We did something last week that was unprecedented. You said it's never been done before on television, where you just sit there in silence. And I thought a lot of people responded to the sense of connection from that. So you want to do that again?
Yes.
Let's do that again.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you're going to lead us in silence.
And simply become aware that you are breathing.
Now, what's the harm in promoting tactics for peace and tranquility? Nothing. Now, Eckhart Tolle certainly isn't the first man to suggest a method in which to achieve peace and tranquility by inhaling. These others reportedly experience a heightened state of spiritual something. Many report hearing God talk to them, even when they don't want him to. But what Eckhart's proposing is a much more legal form of attaining peace and tranquility. Not to mention, those other guys are not engaging in behavior too apropos for church life. Although I have had my suspicions about Catholic Mass. I mean, those guys are constantly spreading incense around, and check out everybody in the pews. They're clamoring to get in line for some snack crackers. Sounds like a serious case of the munchies to me. Well, so far I don't see anything really contradictory to the Bible. Let's see what else he has to say.
Jesus says you are the light of the world. That means you are the consciousness in which the world appears, is seen.
Excuse me? See, here I was all this time thinking that when Jesus referred to us as being the light, that, well, he meant that we're light, like the opposite of darkness. I think Eckhart Tolle's cookie might be missing a few walnuts. Anyway, let's see if he's got some insight on the afterlife.
So you believe what happens to us at death when the body dies? You don't have a belief.
I don't give it any thought.
You don't.
Right, man. Life is short. Who needs to be thinking about that whole afterlife thing, man? You're so busy running around teaching about religion and spiritualism. And let's face it, what the heck does the afterlife have to do with religion and spiritualism anyway? But of course, through this whole religion thing, Oprah's the one pulling the strings. So let's take a look and see what she has to say or think on the matter.
God, in the essence of all consciousness, isn't something to believe. God is.
Yes.
God is. And God is a feeling experience, not a believing experience.
That's right.
And if your religion is a believing experience, if God for you is still about a belief, then it's not truly God.
So now the God that Oprah believes in and would have us believe in is, well, a God that we're not permitted to believe in. You know, Oprah, even if I don't feel God right now, I feel you. Okay, so I'm starting to get a sense that we are deviating a little bit from biblical teaching. Let's see what else she has to say.
Mistakes that human beings make is believing that there is only one way to live, that we don't accept that there are diverse ways of being in the world, that there are millions of ways to be a human being, and many ways, but many paths to what you call God. And her path might be something else, and when she gets there, she might call it the light. But her loving and her kindness and her generosity brings her, if it brings her to the same point that it brings you, it doesn't matter whether she called it God along the way or not.
And I guess the danger that could be on that, I mean, it sounds great on the onset, but if you really look at both sides,
there couldn't possibly be just one way. What about...
I see now. Heresy. Good for you, Oprah. Your Baptist parents must be proud. So essentially what Oprah's teaching is that you can approach God through other means, not necessarily through Jesus. Could be. But clearly the Bible says otherwise. In John 14:6, Jesus made the claim that I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except by me. So either we believe in Oprah or we believe Jesus. Who do we follow? This is hard. Okay, I made a list to help me figure this out. Let's go through it. Okay, point 1, money. Oprah, clearly wicked loaded. Jesus, dude barely ever had any scratch. In fact, we're always reading how the guy's always bumming space on people's couches, crashing there for the night. I mean, what if he shows up one day at your place and says, hey, yo, bro, can I stay here for just one night? And then you find out he's there the whole week, wearing out his welcome. I mean, what is the proper way to ask a dude like that to leave? I mean, the guy is going to let you stay in his place for eternity? 2, good reads. Oprah, her magazine, produces a fresh new column every month for us to read and enjoy. Jesus, on the other hand, brother hasn't written anything for 2,000 years. I think it's due to that last book, Revelation. Kind of a downer, don't you think? Okay, number 3, crash pads. Oprah clearly has an enormous mansion. Jesus, on the other hand, dude's building a mansion for all of us. Sweet! Oh, one small request, Jesus. Can one of my rooms be a ball pit? I have always wanted one of those. 4th, and I gotta tell you, I think this is gonna be the clincher, guys. Oprah, in her Best Life series, endorses strict abstinence for alcohol. Jesus, on the other hand, dude won't let a party go dry without taking water and converting it into some sweet wine. Not to mention, guy serves it in jugs. Okay, so I gotta give this one to Jesus. Alright, that's it for this edition of the Tyler G Show. Thanks for listening. And don't forget to submit your comments and post your video replies.